Good evening. This is Evening News in Remo TV. I am Annie Baba Bekelaloa. First, the national news. In a move to curb further attacks on security agents in the state, Governor Nyesom Wike has imposed night curfew in all the 23 local government areas of Rivers State. Human and vehicular movement is prohibited in any part of the state from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. from April 29th until further notice. Mr. Wike said in a statewide broadcast on Thursday, Rivers appears to be the first state to impose a statewide curfew since the beginning of the attack on security agents, including Nigerian soldiers, in several states in the country's southeast and south regions. Still on national news, the family of a woman, Joy Owoyele, is in grief after she died during a 14-day fasting in the Isheria area of Lagos State. Owoyele had sought spiritual help regarding her matrimonial challenges at the Christ Apostolic Church, Orioke Gbogomi, aka Ajankwelembe Mountain, located on Pipeline Road, Isheria Lofi. She was said to have been placed on 14-day fasting and prayer. On the 10th day, things took a tragic turn as she suddenly collapsed after the morning prayers inside the church. Sunday said, she came for prayers and nothing more. Before the day of the incident, we held a vigil and she was fine. Her fasting was supposed to be for 14 days, but the incident happened on the 10th day. God is my witness, there is nothing hidden here. Her daughter, Oluwatushi, was also with her in the church during the spiritual exercise and they always slept together. The incident happened around 7 a.m. I was praying on the altar when one of the church members informed me that she had passed out. When I moved closer to assist her, I observed that she could not stand up, and when I called her name, she answered faintly. We had to rush her to the Igondo General Hospital for treatment, but she died. He stated, when I reported the incident, the police took my statement and that of the victim's daughter. But the general overseer and I were detained for 3 days, and the police also visited the church to conduct an investigation. But the family insisted on not pressing any charge, and after the police investigation, we were released. I met with the woman's family immediately after the incident and accepted what happened as fate. On local news, a public health specialist at the Department of Community Medicine and Primary Care of the Olabisi Onabanjo University Teaching Hospital, Shagamu, happy note of warning to the general public that the country is not yet in rest in post-COVID-19 era. She said this during an exclusive interview with Remo TV, as she vehemently emphasized that COVID-19 is still as deadly as it was during the lockdown.
The disease, so we are not yet in post-COVID era. We're still in COVID era. All we are trying to do is make sure we protect ourselves. We are so blessed that we are not dying in thousands and in millions like it affected other nations, but we should not take it for granted.
Now on state news. Suspected kidnappers of a monarch in Ayutthaya, Chief Tajuddin Omotayo, and some students of the Olabisi Onabanjo University in Ogun State have been arrested. The kidnappers abducted 2 female OU students on March 14 in their hostel, while the government kidnapped the monarch on March 20 on his way from a meeting in Nigeria. Parading the suspects at the headquarters of the Ogun State Police Command in Abeokuta, the State Commissioner of Police, Edward Ajogun, said the suspects were arrested in the state. He said that the suspects confessed that they were behind the kidnap of a doctor and a nurse on the Abeokuta-Imeko road. Ajogun stated the suspects as Homa Rosman, Mohammed Bello, and Babuga Abubakar have confessed to a series of kidnap cases in the Ayutthaya, Olorenda, and Imbeho areas. He also confessed to kidnapping one Mrs. Yemi Ojedapo at Olodo village, who painfully they had to kill because she recognized him. One Babuga Abubakar, who is the informant, confessed that he supplied information on victims to the gang for ease of operation. Also paraded were Nura Bello and his partner Abubakar Bello, whom the police both said they confessed to the abduction of the chief and also to several cases of kidnapping in Jebu area. The police also paraded a suspected kidnapper who sold an AK-47 rifle to an undercover police operative for 1 million naira. On international news, the government has extended suspension of scheduled international flights till May 31, 2021. However, Vande Bharat mission and scheduled flights under the travel bubbles India has so far created, which are currently not suspended by other countries, will continue on people eligible as per government norms can fly to and from India on them. Scheduled international flights were suspended on March 23, 2020, and the severity of the pandemic has meant that even after nearly 14 months, there is no sign of the same resuming anytime in a hurry. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation (DGCA) issued an order Friday extending the suspension of scheduled international commercial passenger services to and from India till 11:59 p.m. of May 31, 2021. Those restrictions shall not apply to international or cargo operations and flights specifically approved by DGCA, the order says. It adds that international scheduled flights may be allowed on selected routes by the competent authority on case-to-case basis. On sports news, Chelsea are on an incredible run under Thomas Tuchel. Since the German took charge, they've lost just 2 of their last 22 games, moved into the top 4 in the Premier League, reached the FA Cup final and take an away goal into the second leg of the Champions League semi-final with Real Madrid, with a score 1-1. However, Tuchel has made it clear there is one area where he wants to see more from his team, scoring goals. Chelsea's main defense has kept 16 clean sheets during his reign, but at the other end, there have been just 18 goals in 14 Premier League matches and expected more of his front players. We don't struggle to have touches in the opponent's box. We do not struggle to oppose expected goals, but we need to improve on the conversion. This is clear, he said. Lastly, on entertainment news, Tyrese Gibsons' new girlfriend, Zelly Timothy, shared a video of the 42-year-old singer-actor shaving her pubic hair. Zelly Timothy, who shares a 2-year-old daughter with the actor, is seen in the video with her legs spread wide as it stood between her legs and shaved below her bikini line. The Fast and Furious actor applies cream on his palms and rubs his hands together before saying he is going to put the creamer on his first, then mixes with some oil. I will never let go of my king, but does a man shave you though? Zelly wrote as she shared the video. People have been reacting to this video shared by Zelly. One Ochuwari wrote, "This is cute though, but some things should not be on social media." Pen Wizard wrote, "The weirdest thing about this is that they filmed it and shared it. I mean, why?" Atenuke wrote, "I don't believe it's okay. There is nothing anyone or he can say to convince me." That is all we have for evening news in Remo TV. You can follow us on every of our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at official Remo TV. You can also visit our website at www.remotv.com.ng. Good night.